Alright, what's up you guys? JVYZilla here, and we're back with Fallout London. I just gotta get my chat up real quick. So just give me 1 second. Alright. So this is the place where we left off. I believe this is called Camelot. Yep, Camelot. So we ended up siding with these guys over here. And I think I'm going to stick with them because they got the knights and the horses. And they're a pretty cool little faction. So I'm just going to ride it out with them and see how it plays out. I think this is probably going to be another short stream because I got a lot of stuff to do in about 2 hours, and I want to work on one of my next videos. I'm going to be making a video on Oblivion. It'll be my first Oblivion video, so hopefully that goes good. Alright, so this is what we're on. Every breath you take, speak to Percival. Straight to the black loading screens. So this game has a lot of factions. I guess there's 3 main factions. There's Camelot, and then there's Angel, and then there's another one. I can't think of what it's called, but then there's 3 smaller factions. The Vagabonds, the Tommies, those ones are all smaller factions. So, I guess we can side with the smaller ones, and then the bigger factions are more endgame factions, and you're gonna have to pick between them in the end. That's what I've heard anyway.
Watch it.
It's pretty cool swords. Ooh, a bastard sword.
Be more careful, there's a war on.
Yeah, see, this faction got knights. That's pretty cool.
Come see what I've got.
Might as well.
Take a look.
Look at that, he's got a battle axe. That's like Grognak the Barbarian. Right now I got just a normal lawn sword. That's 37 medium speed. And I just picked up I don't know where the one I just picked up was. That's weird. Unless I'm just not seeing it. I definitely just picked up a sword. Yeah, it seems to just not be in my inventory. Interesting.
Take a
Okay.
look.
There's a lot of cool stuff here. Broadhead arrows. Chainmail armor. Wooden bows. I kind of want to get the battle axe, but it's going to weigh us way down, so let's just leave for now.
Farewell.
Patience is key. The quest continues.
Why is a key?
Ah, there you are. Arthur told me of your arrival. I'd stand up to greet you, but I'm too busy with my work, as you can see. I am Percival, head of communications for Camelot. This is my personal office. Quite beautiful, no?
Where did you get all these machines?
What you see here is the result of hard work, perseverance, and my genius idea of stealing the BBM storage key after I quit my job. Now, whatever happens, we have got their bloody equipment and they have not.
What's there to communicate?
Words of encouragement, valiant speeches straight from Arthur's mouth, and near constant reminders of what the gentry has taken from us. Or, as the layman calls it, propaganda.
Arthur said you needed my help.
Help, yes. Any assistance is much appreciated. You see, one of my duties is to keep in contact with all of the fractured factions in this great nation of ours. Partly to offer assistance, and partly to stop them from getting any bright ideas about assisting the other side. I've been in conversation with a strange tribe based in Brickton, and they are not happy with how these devious Tommies have been treating them. I, for one, can't stand to see oppression, especially when the oppressed have agreed to oust the Tommies in favor of Camelot protection.
Have they offered any kind of payment?
We stand to gain much more than mere tickets from this exchange. If we can show the people that Camelot stands for democracy and freedom, then it's only a matter of... And if we can do it while kicking the Tommies in their righteous fannies, well, that's a win-win, isn't it?
I didn't peg you for a bleeding heart, Percival.
My heart bleeds for all those who live under tyranny. Especially those who can develop into key strategic alliances.
What's so strange about this tribe?
They don't like anything made after 1922, for one. They believe the Great War was a sign from the spirits that we should all return to living in huts. I believe any man, woman or child should be free to live life as they desire, even if that means wiping their asses with sticks and stones.
Why don't they like the Tommies?
As expected of the gentry's foot soldiers, the Tommies see the tribe's quirky and strange beliefs as signs of savagery. Take their town's name, for example. Instead of referring to it as Brickton, the way the tribes have taken to calling it, the Tommies insist on referring to it as Brixton. They believe the Tommies are there to civilize them. I believe this is our chance to show the Tommies what civilization truly means.
So you want me to help push the Tommies away?
I can see now why you caught Arthur's keen eye. I want you to go to Brickton and find Roach, the tribe's leader. He is a strange man, but you must treat him with utmost respect. He has a plan on how to push the Tommies away. Help him return to me. And then perhaps you'll find yourself within Camelot's highest ranks.
Alright, so we gotta go find Roach. Speaking of, Roach just commented. I was gonna say that axe looks just like the Grognak axe. And also, I gotta get a bow. Go Skyrim, Stealth Archer, and Fallout. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? I should get the bow and try it. I don't think I've ever tried a bow in a Fallout game. Not that I can remember. How do you get all of this equipment?
What you see here is the result of hard work, perseverance, and my genius idea of stealing the BBM storage key after I quit my job. Now, whatever happens, we have got their bloody equipment and they have not.
What are you sending out in your many, many radios?
Words of encouragement, valiant speeches straight from Arthur's mouth, and near constant reminders of what the gentry has taken from us. Or, as the layman calls it, propaganda.
Okay, so he's like the three dog. I want to help, but what do you want me to do again? Alright, let's say, why are we helping this little tribe from nowhere?
If we can show the people that Camelot stands for democracy and freedom, then it's only a matter of time before others follow in this tribe's footsteps. And if we can do it while kicking the Tommies in their righteous fannies, well, that's a win-win, isn't it?
That's a win-win. What did the Tommies do this time?
As expected of the gentry's foot soldiers, the Tommies see the tribe's quirky and strange beliefs as signs of savagery. Take their town's name, for example. Instead of referring to it as Brickton, the way the tribes have taken to calling it, the Tommies insist on referring to it as Brixton. They believe the Tommies are there to civilize them. I believe this is our chance to show the Tommies what civilization truly means.
Alright, let's just say, I still don't get what makes this tribe strange in your eyes.
They don't like anything made after 1920.
Alright, we've already heard all that. I'll just say, wish me luck. Well, thanks. Wise words
Good luck,
of...
servant of Camelot.
Dude had a brain fart for a second. He didn't know what to say. Okay, let's head out. Maryland?
Hail, Sergeant.
What was your life like before the Great War?
That's a broad question. I'm not one to reminisce. Not a good habit for people in my line of work. I was in the forces, commando unit. Had a few tours under my belt. Saw a lot. Learned a little. Not a period of my life I hold in high regard. Later, I became a government advisor on specific tactical implementation. Use of military assets. That sort of thing. Period of my life I hold in contempt. I can't help but feel responsible, in some small part, for the Great War. Look around you. I don't think we did very well on the remit of protecting the people of the United Kingdom. The ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make and can just as easily make differently.
Are you from London originally?
No, I'm from a small coastal town in the west. Truth be told, there was a time where I'd do anything to avoid being in London.
Can you tell me more about some of the factions of London?
Who do you want to know about?
Who are the fifth column?
Highly organized, highly motivated, well-trained, and ideologically committed. The one advantage we have over them is their lack of organic support. I wouldn't be confident in that remaining the case. Especially if their propaganda techniques gain traction.
Alright, well, we know who the other ones are. That's all.
Farewell. Look where you're going.
Oh, fine.
Patience is key. You have eyes. Use them.
Doesn't take much to piss these guys off. All you gotta do is bump into them a little bit, and all of a sudden they're yelling at you. Alright, let's just see how far we gotta run. Brickton. Speak to the tribal leader in Brickton. Yeah, let's just fast travel over to Brickton. Angel troopers utilize the most effective, technologically advanced weapons available, making them some of the most elite fighters in London. The Angel soldiers are pretty crazy.
See strange storm clouds on the horizon.
There he is, Chief Roach.
I humbly welcome you back to the land of Brickton. I had a feeling our fates would align once again. Mother Earth told me so. But I do wish our paths crossed once more under a kinder moon. For this one is littered with cunning and secrecy. Now, me and my fellow tribesmen have come up with 3 simple tasks that will agitate the Tommies and push them out of our land without the need for violence. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumors about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Doyle. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brickton.
Alright. About your tasks.
Has the great work begun?
No, not yet. Give me some more time, Roach.
Take all the time you need. Remember, even the canyon takes its time.
Why is your tribe alien but Camelot?
We are not invested in Arthur's dream of a united London, writhing under his benevolent thumb. We simply wish to be left alone. And unfortunately, the only one willing to grant us that wish was Arthur. Fear makes companions of us all.
You see, that's why I think that Camelot might be the best choice, because they're the only ones pushing for a democratic London, right? And they want to just have more of like a free-for-all where everybody can do their own thing. And I think that's better than what the other 2 factions want. Why aren't you wearing any clothes? We've already asked them this, but let's ask again.
Why are you wearing clothes? Because someone told you to? Because someone forced you to? I am merely following my instincts. The one thing the canyon gave me in her infinite wisdom.
Alright. Time for me to go.
Watch your step.
A lot of those dialogue options are just repeat options we've already asked in the past, so I'm not going to go through all of them.
Oh, how I wish we could stay like this forever.
Alright, so here's the Tommies.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
Let's just do a quick save in case they catch us. So we gotta put laxatives. We gotta poison their food supply with laxatives. The Brixton Outpost food rations mixing in some laxatives from their medical facility would cause a lot of trouble. Do nothing. I guess I'll do nothing because I don't... Oh.
Stop running around like a cock.
What? I'm not a cock.
Yep. Don't mind me.
Alright, I found the generator key. Take that.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
Yeah, I'm not trying to take on the Tommies again. I learned my lesson the first time. So I gotta go find these laxatives. Shut down the generator, power on the turrets. Alright, unlock the control panel and switch off the generator. Lock it again, hopefully they don't have a spare key. Yeah, hopefully they don't have a spare key. But the fact that it even said that makes me think that there is a spare key. Let's just check this guy's pockets and see if he's got a spare key. The hell was that? Kukri. That's an interesting knife I've never seen. Alright, now we gotta get the laxatives. They must be in here.
Have you tried knocking first?
There they are. Laxatives.
We won't go quietly. You can count on that.
Alright, now let's poison this food supply with some laxatives. This time he's gonna be having a pretty shitty day. And now we gotta spread rumors. Spread rumors about the captain.
Rule Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
Private Kerr, sir! Oh, sorry. Thought you were Lieutenant Doyle for a moment. How can I help you?
Why are you here?
We're here to protect the people of Brixton from internal and external threats, whatever those may be.
Are you scared of Lieutenant Doyle?
Scared? Me? No, not at all. I have absolutely nothing to say about Lieutenant Doyle. I mean, yes, I don't quite enjoy his methods, and the way he constantly doles out surprise inspections whenever he feels like it. But it is not my place to comment on these things.
I have a secret to tell you about Lieutenant Doyle.
Really? What is it?
Oh, really? You soldiers have to eat rations? Well, he eats banners and mash every night.
No way. We haven't had good food in so long. That can't possibly be true. Then again, he never complains about the food. And he's always got people heading into his quarters with boxes. Thank you for sharing, but I need to tell my mates about this. God save our gracious Queen. Long live our noble Queen.
All right.
Oh god, my stomach hurts.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I need to get to the loo immediately.
Oh, must be them laxatives.
I'm here to serve.
I wonder where that other guy ran off to. It'd be funny if we could see him run to the bathrooms.
Ponder the mysteries of the universe long enough, and they'll ponder back at you.
Nice textures right there. That's actually the first time I've seen missing textures in Fallout London.
Oh, how I wish we could stay like this forever.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps.
Can you tell me what to do again?
Your job is to lower the morale of the Tommies through sabotage and subterfuge. First, you shall poison their ration supplies with these laxatives. Then, you shall destroy the generator that's powering their turrets. And finally, you'll spread rumors about the man leading this battalion, the dreadful Lieutenant Doyle. Fulfill these 3 tasks, and soon Camelot will have an ally in Brigton.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I fulfilled those tasks.
Watch your step.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon.
Unless I had to do them in that order.
Be careful.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps. Has the great work begun?
Oh, here it is. I've accomplished all 3 tasks.
I've seen the fruits of your labor. Tommy's whispering rumors in between hurried trips to the loo and feeble attempts to fix their machines. For our next step, we're going after Major Sneed, a man who craves the city's crippling comforts, which is my way of saying that whenever he's here, he's always on the edge of giving up. Soon he'll be arriving in Brigton for his annual checkup, an affair he dreads with every passing winter. Through your handiwork, we're going to give him the little push he needs. First, you will spread anti-Sneed graffiti around his beloved outpost. Then, you will set fire to a pile of precious cow manure and create a foul smell over Brigton. And, finally, you will spread rumors about our dear Major.
Okay. Draw anti-Sneed graffiti around the outpost.
Farewell. Good luck. Tread lightly.
Alright. Here's the manure. I'm surprised that there's botflies this close to the settlement. If you ever need to hit these guys, you lock on real quick and then shoot the second you let go. That's what you do. You lock on with VATS, and then the second you come out of VATS, you shoot, and you should hit them. But I gotta heal. The most terrifying. We know, Arthur. We know. Is this really what it's come to? Fighting with bloatfires over a mound of cow shit? Oh well. You know what to do. Smash the lantern. That's right. I've cooked enough shit.
I wish I could meet the Queen.
I really hope we get to meet the Queen as well. Alright. I don't want to be spotted. Spray paint the graffiti. Look at that. Drawn graffiti. That's pretty cool. Must be taller than Sneed to enter. Welcome to hell. Down with Sneed. Sneed's feed and seed, formerly Chuck's.
You'd have to be insane to take on the Tommies.
You're back! I told all of my mates at the barracks about you. We knew there was something strange about Doyle.
Are you scared of Major Sneed?
Scared? Absolutely not. My feelings about Sneed are all positive. I don't like his attitude, though. Every time he comes to survey us, he complains about the sorry state of Brixton. That's not our fault. Brixton.
I have a secret to tell you about Major Sneed.
Well, go on then. Tell me.
Let's see. We can say, told me this was the most spineless battalion in all of London. Heard him say you might cut off your leave in order to increase productivity. The battalion's being liquidated. He says it's because you're all too lazy. Let's go with the first option.
Spineless. We're out here dealing with Gehennas while he sits behind a desk. Can he be more out of touch? Thank you for telling me the truth. Now it's my turn to go and share it.
She's pissed. All right. Return to
We won't
Chief
go
Roach.
quietly. You can count on that.
Let's just do another little quick save, just in case we get any spontaneous crashes. My game has been pretty good though. I don't think I've got a single crash ever since I updated my NVIDIA driver. So that's good. Hopefully, it continues to run good with no issues.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever.
What the hell happened? Why is he wearing a... Oh, that's right. Because I was cooking up straight ass over there in the farm. So now he's got a gas mask. That's kind of funny.
The earth trembles at your mighty footsteps.
About your tasks.
How goes your labours?
I've done everything you asked me to.
Yes, the fruits of your labour fill the air. Be it the sweet scent of manure, or even the sweeter sound of Sneedly insults. Laura, what's wrong?
It's Sneed. He's arrived at the gate and he's most unhappy.
Is that so? Wayfarer, go with Laura. See what you can learn and what we can use.
I'm on it.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful.
I got no ammo. I'm gonna pull out a gun that's got some ammo. Got some in the revolver. Combat rifles, only 15. A service revolver pistol. I don't think I've actually used this yet. So let's try this revolver.
Mind the gap and...
A disappointment. That's what you all are. A total, humongous, brutal disappointment to Queen and country.
Yes, sir. My apologies, sir.
I assigned you here to civilize these savages and to teach them the ways of our society. And what do I find? One of you geniuses mixed in laxatives with your rations, and now the toilets are filled to the brim with dung.
Long live our noble queen.
Your generators have been sabotaged under your very eyes, and now the entire outpost is without electricity. I've heard disrespectful soldiers whispering nasty words about your great Lieutenant Doyle. Some ruffian has plastered uncivil words about me upon the outpost walls. Soldiers have been asking me about baseless rumors, the origin of which puzzles and annoys me. The entire outpost smells like cow shite no matter where you bloody are. And if that wasn't enough, now my precious wagon, filled with all of my necessities, is stuck on the path to this godforsaken place. That is why all of you are now on cleanup duty, and if I hear one word about it, I swear I'll send this entire outpost to the pits. Dismissed.
Sir. Yes, sir. You heard your superior officer. Move it! Move it! Move it!
I don't know, why does he walk away like he's gonna punch somebody?
Who the devil are you? And why are you not marching up and down this outpost like I told you all to do?
What are you doing here?
Whipping this den of savagery and depravity into a proper British outpost. I'd ask you what you are doing here, but clearly the answer is annoying me.
Let's try using our indoor voices.
How about I try using my boot up your disrespectful ass, soldier? I'll demote you faster than you can think.
Yeah, your eyes are kind of bloodshot too, buddy. You might want to lay off the weed. We all know. I'm not a soldier.
Then what are you doing here? Vacate the premises at once!
How did you become a major?
I come from a long line of soldiers, nearly 400 years worth, dating back to the Sneeds from Lanark and the Westbridges in Devon. But more than that, I didn't spend any of my damn time asking my superior officers all these inane questions.
Alright, goodbye then, Sneed.
You should tell Roach about this. I'll keep watch.
Alright, I'll tell Roach.
I see strange storm clouds in your horizon. Be careful. So, I've seen this wagon before. Needs mythical wagon is filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities. This is a golden opportunity indeed.
Say one thing at a time, Roach.
So, Major needs mythical wagon is stuck on the path to Brickton. This is a golden opportunity indeed. I've seen this wagon before. It's filled to the brim with trinkets and gadgetry and the sort of oddities civilized men like Sneed need to survive. Now, if Sneed were to find out that all of his extravagances were stolen, he might shut down the outpost for good. Wayfarer, how would you like to play Robin Hood? Because I need you to perform a little highway robbery. Take this letter and this hat. It identifies you as the Brickton Shadow, a notorious yet fictional highwayman, certain to strike fear into Sneed's heart. I'll leave the rest up to you.
The Brickton Shadow's hat. Oh, we're about to be frickin' Robin Hood. This is gonna be awesome. Who is the Brixton Shadow?
I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm a trifle deaf in this ear.
Who is the Brixton Shadow?
Only the canyon's fiercest sentry, defender of her blessed land, a modern-day legend devised by yours truly.
I'll see you later.
Go forth, Shadow.
Alright, let's put on our Robin Hood hat. The Brickton Shadow's hat. Didn't give us anything else, right? No, that was it. Ooh, look at that. You see the man's eyes? His eyes are like practically closed. Dude's freaking squinting.
Oh, how I wish we would stay like this forever.
Let's see how far. Alright, it's right over here. I gotta hold up Sneed's wagon. Yeah, I'm gonna go and rob his wagon. He's not gonna know what hit him. See the wagon over there. Some of these textures are a little buggy. All right, there they are. So, it said I think it said I gotta hold them up. I don't think I'm supposed to kill them. It says hold up Sneed's wagon. So let's just run up. Because we're frickin' Robin Hood here.
Now, look alive, Goose. We can't have anyone rifling through the Major's belongings. Halt!
State
This
your
area
business
is
off
off
limits,
prepare to face
civilian.
the cold steel of justice.
Step aside, gentlemen, for I am the Brickton Shadow.
The what?
The dashing rogue, of course. And now your wagon belongs to me.
Blimey, you are a loony. Goose, let's put this dunce out of their misery. You've made
Well, that
the
didn't work.
biggest mistake.
I like how one of the options was never mind. Like, you could just say never mind and run away. Never mind. Frick, Private Goose.
How many corpses have you looted before?
More than I can count out there. lots of good stuff in there. It's funny whenever you kill a pack Brahmin and you expect there to be a lot on it, but a lot of times there's not. Like, you'll kill the pack Brahmin in the caravan and it'll just have Brahmin meat on it. It's like, but what about all those frickin' packages on top of it, you know? It's got all this stuff on it. And then whenever you loot them, it's got nothing. It's the first time I've seen these trucks.
This place is brimming with opportunity for those smart enough to see it.
Who the devil are you? And why are you not marching up and down this outpost like I told you all to do?
I'm here to tell you the Brixton Shadows stole your wagon. They left this letter.
Brixton what? Give me that. My God, I knew it. These people are barbarians. Well, if they'd rather live in the filth and grime, so be it. I won't waste my time civilizing them no more. Lieutenant Doyle, come here at once.
Yes, sir.
Never shall be slaves.
It's funny because I forgot to take the hat off and I'm still covered in blood.
I've had enough of this place. By the power invested in me, I am officially ordering the full and total abandonment of the godforsaken town of Brixton.
Thank God, sir. I'll be happy to never see this place ever again in my life.
You and me, Doyle. You and me. May these people rot in the rat-infested hell of their own creation. We'll leave that fellow Woodward here. He's basically native at this point anyway. Now, let's get the hell out of here.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Return to Chief Roche. It's too bad that we didn't have enough strength to just rob the Tommies without killing them. It's one of the things I skimped myself on strength when I started Fallout London. I put basically everything into charisma. Roach's lucky skull.
I think of no better reward for your work than nightmares finally
Damn it, Roach, say what?
Only as a Tommies are gone, but a symbol, all thanks to your best representation of our enduring love for you, Wayfarer. Now go, and may the Kenyan watch you on your future endeavors.
All right, return to
I
Percival.
hope Camelot soldiers are more respectful than the Tommies.
Great. Okay, back to Camelot. Well, that was an interesting little quest. I wish that it was a little bit longer, but I love those little quests where you could put on a hat and be Robin Hood for a minute, even though it was a complete failure and I just had to kill the guys anyway. It was still worth a try. The thing is, I put most of my point when I started London. I started with 10 in charisma, thinking that I would, I wouldn't miss any dialogue options if I had 10 in charisma. But a lot of the dialogue checks are actually strength and perception checks. So there has been a lot that I haven't been able to do. Well, I might have to try to get a bow. Get a bow and we'll try that. Try being a stealth archer for a minute and see how that goes. Probably not going to go good, but we'll see. It's funny because people make jokes about Skyrim and always becoming a stealth archer, and I almost always play one-handed with a shield.
Watch it.
And I'll switch to archer. Like, I'll always have a bow on me, but I never play just strictly stealth archer. If you do play like that, you get real OP real fast.
Hail, Sergeant. If it isn't the Brickton Shadow. That's what the folks back in Brickton are calling you. I heard the news over an encrypted radio frequency. Here, good pay for good work. Just don't let it get to your head. And we have much work ahead of us. Hurry on back to Merlin and tell him to send the troops so they can occupy Brickton.
Speak to Merlin. I just saw Merlin. Strange robot. Yeah, look at these flaming arrows. I gotta try one.
You have eyes. Use them.
Ever? Look where you're going. How can I help you? Take a look.
Yeah, I'm buying one of these wooden bows. Carrying too much, can't want. What do you know? I'm over encumbered. Okay. Let's just sell a couple things then. Submachine gun takes 45s. Anything else that takes 40? Ooh, the Clash takes 45, and that's definitely better. So, I'll get rid of that submachine gun. I don't need this little dinky then. Chinese pistol, that's pretty good. I'm just gonna sell the sword. Close-sighted service pistol. Okay, I thought I had two of them, but I just have one. Let's see, what else can we sell? Quilted Under Armour. So the pipe is actually an apparel piece, which is interesting. The twill suit.
Until next time.
I just want to see that real quick. So we got a couple apparel items that I never actually looked at. One of them is cigar. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. So you can actually smoke a cigar and just be chilling with it. That's kind of awesome. Well, you can have a pipe. Ooh, okay, I can have the mask and a helmet at the same time. I didn't know that. But can he also have a cigar? No. Alright, well, we'll keep on our weird mask. And also, let's pull out the bow. What's it called? Wood bow? But I got no arrows. I mean, it looks like he's got an arrow, but it says no arrows, so let's buy some arrows.
Take a look.
We got broadhead arrows, explosive arrows. Let's take some of those. 100 freaking tickets for one arrow. It's a lot. Incendiary arrows. A freaking nuclear arrow. I gotta try that. I gotta try that. Field point arrows. Fire field point arrows. Fire point arrows. We got frickin' rain arrows. I don't even know what that is. Storm arrows. Look at how much that costs.
Take a look.
Alright, I don't know what the storm arrow is, but I'm only going to be able to get like one of these things. I'll get two. I don't want to waste all of my money on arrows because I don't even know how good they are. So let's just go with that.
Farewell.
I gotta try them though. All sorts of different arrows here. We'll try the field point arrows. You cannot equip. Really? I can't. The hell do you mean I can't equip? What?
If you're buying, I'm selling. Take a look.
Is there a different like a steel bow maybe? That's weird. Chinese pistol. Let's get rid of that one. So we have two, and one of them says stone point arrows, and the other says fire point arrows. So maybe each arrow, maybe each bow is set for a specific type of arrow. It seems kind of stupid, but I think that's how it is.
Goodbye.
Let's pull out our other... Yep, here it is.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Alright, I'll try this next time I get into a fight. Yeah, sorry about all the confusion back there. I was just trying to figure it out. Figure out why I couldn't equip the arrows. Normally you would be able to just equip different types of ammo. Roach says, using a bow is my favorite in everything. And the archery in Dying Light is awesome. Not so great in Elden Ring. Dying Light, that's a game that I never played. I just never got around to it, but I've heard great things about that game.
Only one casualty. Excellent. Ah, poor phrasing. Tragic. Who was it?
Sergeant Brown, sir. Landmine.
A good man. An enthusiastic soldier. Was the outpost damaged in the attack?
Superficially, sir.
What's the combat readiness of the position?
Well, it's not an easy question to answer.
Well, it's all relative, isn't it, my young scout? My questions are easier than the bullets and blades that follow them. Hey?
Gawain thinks there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Knight Gawain. Respect the rank, Scout. So you're telling me the outpost has been stripped? Was hoping it'd be equipped. We're stretched thin.
Sergeant Pilly disagrees, of course.
Sergeant Pilly? Who on earth is that? Scout, we are fighting for our lives here. I need an objective analysis of the battlefield. Stop covering your ass in some vain attempt to make me happy. Have a clear and succinct report on my desk in the hour. Dismissed.
Yes, sir.
So, you're the one I have to thank for Brickton. Fine work you did. You must tell me about this shadow business one of these days. But for now, there are more pressing concerns. Your rank. Sergeant is no befitting title for one who takes out an outpost single-handedly. From this day forth, shall hold the rank of Knight. May you honor it well in these coming endeavors.
Nice. Every breath you take.
Knight, I require your services. I have a job that apparently requires the skill of 2 knights. Can you help? Know what? I don't have time to make requests. This is going to have to be in order. Arthur takes the leadership quite naturally. Fortunately, my soft skills are somewhat lacking, so you'll excuse me for getting straight to the point. Camelot recently secured an old Tommy outpost in the north. Tommy's abandoned it months ago, left it to the hooligans. Regardless, we managed to drive the rabble out with minimal casualties. Quite the victory, according to some, but all I've heard is boasts. I need that outpost secure, capable of withstanding heavy assault. Meet up with Gawain. Assess the situation. And while you're there, kick her up the arse. Fact I'm sending more than 2 soldiers, never mind 2 knights, is unacceptable. Fix it. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Travel to the northern outpost. Let's just see how far it is. Alright, well, we might as well just walk over there. Some of the scenery in this game is so amazing. Like, there'll be times when I'm just walking around in the wilderness and it's honestly just breathtaking, like looking around at, I think it was last stream, the sunset. It looked so good. I'll probably make a short with it just because of how good it looked. We just gotta get out of this place. screw that up. Lancelot.
Hail, mate.
Okay, here's the door. Also, let's do a hard save. Because I haven't done one of those in a while. And also, let's just take some rat away. And a pumpkin. Melon, kids meal. Take some ion brews. And let's have a cigarette. No? Okay, let's have some wine.
Ever vigilant.
The hell are you pointing that at me for? Alright.
Good to see a fellow knight.
I'm JVYZilla. Merlin sent me. What's the situation?
Finally, someone without a pissy attitude around here. I'm going to need help restoring this outpost and enforcing some discipline on this squad.
What do we need to do to restore the outpost?
Here's my original report that Sergeant Pilly refused to endorse. Give it a read. I've outlined what needs to be done.
Patience is key, for the quest continues.
Optional, speak with members of the squad about the outposts. I couldn't read it all in time. About the outposts' combat readiness. And then read Knight Gowan's Northern Outpost Report. Alright, let's speak with some.
What's your business? Greetings. Be more
Speak your
careful.
mind.
There's a war on.
Hail, mate.
It doesn't let me talk to these people.
Watch it.
These guys are trigger happy as hell.
You have eyes. Look where you're
Well,
going.
technically it's not a trigger, so what would that be? Stren happy? They're Stren happy. Alright, looks like I can only talk to the guys who are marked.
Knight.
Knight?
Richards, Bevan, report.
Just waiting around.
What Richards means to say is that we're awaiting orders.
That's what I said.
What can you tell me about your last mission?
Despite our rather calamitous start, we were actually successful. We managed to surprise the enemy, drove them into chaos, and took the objective with no other casualties.
A complete shit show. Luckily, the daft, gormless bastards had no idea what was happening. So I guess it worked out, which is quite lucky, isn't it?
What do you make of the current situation with the squad?
2 hard workers amongst a shower of lazy, grumpy bastards.
Well, we're ready for orders. I've heard other members of the squad may have grievances, but it's not my place to say.
What is your collective assessment for the combat readiness of the outpost?
It's all right, I suppose. Could be worse. Pretty sure we jotted these down somewhere.
Yes, I submitted our suggestions that Knight Gawain was so kind as to record.
I'll leave you guys to it then.
We won't move an inch.
Don't you get tired of all this walking about?
Not really, Arthur. I could just run around London all day, every day. That's one hell of a trailer. Look at that then. This guy's pulling like it's like a little house almost. He's pulling it with this tiny little toilet on wheels.
London is a place
Alex
for
Pilley.
me.
Another one? Bloody hell. At this rate, there'll be more knights than swords. Sergeant Pilley, reporting for duty.
Status report.
Ah, you're one of those. Just what we need, eh, lads? Another honorable job's worth. If you're gonna bother me with the same bullshit, I'll save you the bother. Look around you. We've got the outpost. The job's done. What else can I do for you?
What?
I sense
Where
a
you guys-
disturbance.
Where you guys going?
Ever vigilant.
Yeah, there's nothing over there. Get back here. What are you doing?
What can I do for you, knight?
Maryland needs this outpost to be ready to withstand an assault. Is it?
Fuck's sake. Yes, it is. You knights should relax. You'll live longer.
I have some questions about the outpost. I hear you were in command of the squad when they captured this place. What happened?
We lost our commander immediately. Few of the others wanted to turn back. I couldn't let that happen. So we marched in, cracked a few skulls, did the job. There's a few of them left in the factory who need mopping up. But they ain't much, trust me. They're the ones who ran.
What happened to the commander?
He had to retire for medical reasons.
If you just tell me, then people will stop asking.
Fine, he exploded. Stood on a landmine, cut him in half. Not exactly healthy for the mine to dwell on. Whole squad shot themselves. Thought our cover was blown. Turns out the hooligans were too cunted to notice.
Okay. What's the situation with Levy Daniels?
He was shoulder to shoulder with us when it counted. He'll be fine. Some people just take a little longer to adjust.
That's all.
We lost our commander
Yeah, there was nothing else to ask, so... Alright, that's all, Alex. I'll leave you to it then.
Bye.
Patience is key for the quest to continue.
So it looks like we got one more person to talk to. What the hell's this guy doing over here? You picking flowers, buddy?
How can I help, Knight?
Scout, give me a situation report.
Our first engagement was a resounding success, besides the tragic death of Sergeant Brown, of course. After the operation, I was sent to scout the enemy position, primarily to see how many were left and their battle readiness.
What do you make of the current situation with the squad?
Sometimes it can be confusing to have two commanding officers. Luckily, one of them never wants us to do anything, so it's pretty much the same as having one.
What do you make of the outpost's combat readiness?
I agree with the assessment of my commanding officers.
But they're contradictory.
As is much of life, sometimes you just have to embrace the chaos.
As you were, Scout.
Cheers, boss.
Happy Endings Caravan Park. Jeez. Frickin', they're a masseuse over here? Okay, let's continue on. I gotta read Knight Gawan's Northern Outpost report. see where that is. Night go on. Okay. The northern outpost will be fortified and capable of withstanding. The northern outpost will be fortified and capable of withstanding an assault following the implementation of these measures. 1. Sergeant Pilley to finish explosives training. 2. Retrieval of the heavy weaponry found by Dual. 3. Defeat cannibal encampment to the south. 4. Food supplies secured from the Fletchers. 5. Timber supplies secured from the Baileys. 6. Sandbag defenses secured from Lancelot. 7. Levy Daniels is refusing to follow orders. He should be relieved from duty. Night Gawain. Or Gawain. Okay.
Yes?
Why is the squad so unruly?
They're relatively inexperienced and their commander died in the assault. Most of the squad are fine. It's just Sergeant Pilley and Levy Daniels.
What happened to their commander?
He was mortally wounded by an explosion. I initially suspected it was a landmine. However, having since seen Pilley throw a grenade, misfortune seems more plausible.
Tell me about Sergeant Pilley.
He's got the idea in his head that this squad is his. So he's trying to force a promotion by acting like a raging bellend. By all accounts, Pilley demonstrated courage during the assault, but he won't even commit to doing the training required for command. He is in dire need of explosives training, but he doesn't think he needs it. He does, regardless of if he is to be promoted or not.
What's the problem with Daniels?
It's hard to be specific. While he didn't sustain any physical injuries, Levy Daniels is incapable of carrying out, well, anything, let alone the duties of a soldier. He needs to be relieved. I assumed when you introduced yourself you were his replacement. Since you're not, he needs escorting back to Camelot.
If they step out of line, just clout them around the ear. You're their commanding officer, not their mother.
I'd have no problem with knocking the twat's teeth out, trust me. But people like him, and I need their support.
I have no more questions about the squad. Alright, let's say I've read your report.
Good. Your thoughts?
I concur the outpost needs restoring. Leave it to me, Gawan. Yeah, it definitely needs some restoring.
I'll scout the enemy position. Get a clearer idea as to the readiness and numbers. We'll clear their position when you feel we're adequately prepared to repel a counterattack.
Secure timber from the Baileys, secure food. Talk to Lancelot. Oh, there's a lot of things on the map now. Okay, let's check that out. Talk to Lancelot about sandbags. Way over there. Let's just fast travel over to that, because then we can talk to that guy about the sandbags, and then when we come back, everything's right there, so we'll just do this one thing that's out of the way first. Angel is ruled by an elusive figure that even high-ranking directors have never come face to face with. That would be Smythe. Over the years, the boulder significance to British culture has varied. Once associated with those working in the financial districts or city gents, its popularity has returned with the group known as the Gentry. Alright, let's wake this guy up.
agent. Last I heard, you were sent to get our new frontier outpost up to scratch. Anything I can help you with?
I was hoping you could spare some provisions for the outpost, timber and food. I was hoping I could steal some gear from you, specifically a heavy gun and some mines and sandbags.
Wow, this is awkward. Can we get on with it? Best of luck.
Now, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure it says sandbags. Yeah, it says talk to Lancelot about sandbags right there. It says timber and food. I'm supposed to get timber from the Baileys and food from the Fletchers. Sandbags from Lancelot. So...
anything I can help you with?
I guess I'm gonna say a heavy gun, some mines, and sandbags.
Not asking for much then. Well, the good news is I can send up the sandbags. The bad news is everything else ain't happening. Word to the wise, nobody in London has anything that explodes or shoots going spare unless they're aiming it at you.
Let's just ask this and see what happens.
Can't help you there. Charity is a luxury reserved for better times, I'm afraid. The Fletchers and the Baileys might be able to help you.
Alright, that'll be all.
Best of luck.
Be more careful, there's a war on.
Ooh, we found a chest. Alright, let's see what we should do first. To the right, defeat the cannibals. Defeat the cannibals to the south. Well, it looks like the east to me, but I digress. Return to Gawan early and inform her that the outpost is ready to attack. That's the optional one. We need food, timber. Now, I'm not sure why the cannibals are already over here. It seems like... it's just weird because it seems like I should be doing all these objectives first and then the cannibals should come and attack. But it's marking them on the map as if they're already here. Yeah, right there, beef eaters. Stay away from those guys right now. Daniels, are you okay? Daniels, status report.
Hmm?
Daniels, I need you for an important task. Are you up to the job? Damn it, Daniels. Levy, you're being relieved of duty.
Hmm?
Did you get that? Look, just follow me, okay?
Oh, bye.
I can't believe this guy. I gotta chase him down now. Are you kidding? Back here, Daniels. See, if I was in charge, I would just kill this guy and we would be done with it. Get off the stump, Daniels. There you go. Yeah, go that way, Daniels. What the hell is going on over? Oh, okay. That was Gawain over there. Just chilling. Why did you run away?
How do you do it? How is it so easy for you?
I don't really have a choice. It's them and me, mostly.
You're right. It's just, I still feel like I shouldn't have. I close my eyes and I see their faces. They had no idea what was happening. I suppose that was a point of sneaking up on them. Turns out they were scrapping all night, taking bets and beating the shit out of each other. Stupid bastards must not have realised they were under attack. Nobody fought back at all. I'm not sure they even knew what was happening until half of them were gone. But I can't get that look out of my head.
The look?
He was smiling. A big, idiotic grin. Turns out they must have been on something. Fighting for fun. He didn't stop smiling. Even when the blade cracked open his skull, he still smiled. It's just the life behind his eyes. I don't know. Went somewhere, but the smile remained. He was covered in someone else's blood. That's what's so... I know this man killed. He enjoyed killing, so why? I can't forget his stupid fucking smile.
We don't have time for this. You can have your weepy chat with some wet blanket at Camelot.
Yes. I suppose you're right. I think I'm going to go back to Camelot now. On my own.
Yeah, go get your blankie, Daniels. We don't got time for that in the Fallout universe.
What can I do for you, Knight?
Gawain's report has several suggested improvements for the outpost.
Hysterical bollocks. We don't have the manpower or the resources.
I think the report should be implemented fully.
By all means, feel free.
You're not seeing the opportunity. Look how quickly I became a knight. If you obtained your explosive training, you could qualify for command.
It's not that I'm not keen. I've already done it. The good knight Fancy Bollocks considers herself beneath giving feedback. Explosives training requires we build 5 working landmines from scratch. Here are my mines. She said all but one were completely wrong and buggered off in a huff. How is that supposed to help? If I knew which one was wrong, I'd be able to learn from my mistake and repeat the correct process 4 more times. So, if you can figure out which of my mines are up to shape, I can finish the training without the risk of blowing myself up. Deal?
Ever vigilant.
I'll check them
Where
out.
you going?
Okay, so here's the landmines. Knight's Guide to Landmines. The correct configuration of a Camelot-approved landmine is as follows. 3 parts of oil are required with a total weight of 30 grams. 3 parts each of adhesive aluminum fertilizer are required. 2 parts of ceramic are required for the frame. An individual part of ceramic weighs 3 times that of an individual part of oil. Alright, it's starting to get complicated here. Each part individual of adhesive aluminum and fertilizer weighs half that of the total weight of oil. What? Each part individual of adhesive aluminum and fertilizer weighs half that of the total weight of oil? I mean, I would just shoot it then, and if it blows up, you know it was good, right? But then you won't have it, I guess. Let's do a quick save in case we screw this up.
What can I do for you, Knight?
About those landmines.
So, which one is it?
First, second, third, fourth, or fifth. I still need time. Give me a second, Alex. I'm spoken to Gwen. We need to have a conversation about chain of command.
I don't think we do. She's in command. I accept that. I won't accept bogering about with a bunch of busy work because she needs to feel visible. We fought hard to take this outpost. Outnumbered, outgunned, and on our own. Isn't that enough? Arthur will have us fighting again sooner than later. Why not rest while we can?
You need to respect your superiors.
Respectfully, I disagree.
Okay. Well, I respect that, I guess. I'll leave you to it then.
Bye.
Any accurate recreation of the old England would require at least 100 preventable deaths a day.
Alright, 150 grams, 250 grams, 225 grams, 275. Okay. I got some figuring to do. The landmines. I just need to find where they are. Alright, a Knight's Guide to Landmines. They're right here. Okay, now let's just think about this. 3 parts of oil are required with a total weight of 30 grams. Okay. 3 parts each of adhesive aluminum fertilizer are required. 2 parts of ceramic. An individual part of ceramic weighs 3 times that of an individual part of oil. Okay. So, 3 parts of oil weigh 30 grams. 1 part ceramic weighs 3 times that of an individual part of oil. Well, an individual part of oil must be 10 grams. So ceramic weighs 3 times that. So ceramic must weigh 30 grams, right? I guess I'm doing frickin' math now. So 30 grams of ceramic and 30 grams of oil. So far, we're up to 60 grams. And each individual... Alright, yeah, 2 parts of ceramic are required. So it's going to be 60 grams of ceramic. 60 grams ceramic. 3 parts of adhesive aluminum and fertilizer are required. An individual part of ceramic weighs 3 times. Each part individual of adhesive aluminum and fertilizer weighs half that of the total weight of oil. Oil right now is 30. So 15. So 15, 15, 15. So 15. So one adhesive weighs 15, one aluminum weighs 15, one fertilizer weighs 15, the oil weighs 30, and the ceramic weighs 60. So if we add that all up, then what do we get? We get 45 plus 90. Right? 135? Watch, it won't even be an option. Yeah, I screwed that up big time. I mean, it's got to be... I'm just going to guess 150. Landmine number 1.
What can I do for you, Knight? So, which one is it?
The first mine.
Cheers. I'll crack it open and figure out what I did wrong. You see, I didn't think it was this one. She could have just told me. Something about becoming a knight changes you.
Yeah. Wasn't that one. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, buddy.
Bastard.
You shouldn't have listened to me.
Bastard.
You guys think I should reload it? You think I should reload the save and pick a different one, or no? We'll just leave him here with his blown off hands. Maybe next time you should ask an explosive expert and not JVYZilla. Ugh. Now we gotta tell Lancelot that the dude blew his frickin' hands off. Okay. If you guys think that I should reload the save, let me know. Pick a different one. We gotta secure food and secure timber.
How can I help, Knight?
I'm looking for some heavy weaponry.
And I know exactly where to find one. I was patrolling nearby when I came across it. Looked in good nick too. I started to remove the piece, but I felt something looming. Decided not to stick around.
What was it?
I don't want to commit to calling it a monster per se, but it was absolutely terrifying.
Okay, well, I was hoping for more detail.
If I was dead, you'd have no detail at all. The most important skill when it comes to being a scout is staying alive.
I'll go and get it.
Are you sure? Your funeral, I guess. Here are the coordinates.
Yeah, I'll go get it. No problem. Retrieve the heavy weaponry. What the hell is it? Secure timber. Oh, it's over here. Okay, well, let's get the food and the timber first, since we're right here. There's so many markers, I'm just trying to make sure I go to the right one. Is it that one? These are the cannibals. It's gonna be to my left.
Blasted beef
What the hell? My guy's freaking bleeding like crazy. I'm bleeding out over here. Alright, the food should be right in front of us. Up here.
It's about time they made you a knight. Well earned. How can I help you today?
Fletcher, Camelot needs your provisions. The men on the line cannot defend with an empty stomach. Can we depend on you?
Of course. An army marches on its stomach, after all. I'll have the provisions sent to the front within the hour.
All right. Now we just got timber.
You've returned as a knight, no less. You'll be wanting to dip into my pocket for more of my timber, no doubt.
Mr. Bailey, I know we're asking a lot, but freedom isn't cheap. Your timber will save lives.
Look, I realize there's a lot at stake. But Camelot doesn't feed my kids. Doesn't put clothes on my back. I'll send someone up with the timber. Take what you need for now, but my generosity has a limit.
Alright, now there's a couple... Keep pushing the wrong button, sorry about that. So we got the cannibals over here. I suppose we should just go get the heavy weaponry. Actually, let's fast travel back to the Camelot main gate. We'll talk to Lancelot again. Hopefully this is the last time. And then we'll run, yeah, on the way back to the, to fight the cannibals, we'll pick up the heavy machinery. The heavy weaponry, not machinery. I don't know why I said that. And then we should be able to fight these cannibals and have everybody not completely suck. It's too bad that one guy blew his hand off, but shouldn't have listened to me. I'm not an explosive expert. I'm a rifleman in this playthrough.
Anything I can help you with?
A member of the squad needs to be replaced due to a medical emergency.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'll find a recruit to replace them, and a doctor to see to their wounds.
That'll be all.
Best of luck.
Okay, now the heavy weaponry should be on the way somewhere. That guy did mention some sort of beast over here, but he wouldn't tell us what it was. So we better prepare for a fight. Alright, there must be some sort of a cave. That was it, huh? Seems like there wasn't a fight. Guy made it sound like there would be this big fight. Oh, you don't want to go over there. Every issue of London crime statistics you collect adds rank in the ASBO part. I don't think I've got that part yet. Alright, now this is the optional objective. We'll talk to her and then I think we're ready for the fight.
I've scouted the enemy position, and I think it'd be good to engage as soon as possible. If you think we're ready, we can set things in motion.
I went through the report. I think we're ready to attack. Well, first I'll say, you might have heard, Sergeant Pilly has failed the explosives training.
And I thought I was a bad teacher. At least I've never dismembered any of my pupils. Oh,
Yep.
Accidents happen. Pilly's own complacency brought him here. I don't hold you entirely responsible, but I'd rather you didn't train anyone else.
I see how it is. I went through the report. I think we're ready to attack.
I saw that some of the recommendations were implemented. Ideally, we'd have more, but I'm a pragmatist. I understand you did what you could. Gather the squad. Tell the men to get in position. Oi! Watch it!
Alright, gather the squad.
Ever vigilant.
Alright, we're gathering the squad.
Speak your mind.
Greetings.
How can I help, Knight?
I met your monster, Scout, a Raja. She won't be sneaking up on anyone anymore. I didn't know. I didn't see any Raja.
Jeez, glad to have dodged a bullet there. Nice job for taking it out.
Duwali, we're preparing for the raid. Get in position.
I'll be there.
I'm gonna do another quick save before we start this raid.
Knight.
Knight?
Alright, Richards, Bevan, we're getting ready for the raid. Tell the others.
Aye, sir.
I think we're all here.
Proceed, Gawain.
Okay, if I can have your attention, everyone. So, we've got a considerable number of hooligans held up in this industrial complex. The way I see it, we've got two approaches. We can try to do this quietly, or brute force.
What's the quiet method?
Wait until dark, send a couple of men to lay some traps. Wait for some to exit, silently take them out. We'll thin the numbers out a little, and then strike them hard and fast.
Bruce Force is exactly what it sounds like, I assume.
Yes, hit them as hard as we can with heavy guns and explosives. Hopefully they'll panic and scatter so we can mop up the remnants.
Alright, well, no harm in improving our odds. Let's go with the quiet method.
Very well. Let's stack the deck in our favor. We should wait until dark. Last thing I want is to get caught with my trousers down while I'm setting a charge. Get into position and wait for my signal. Once you see the sign, we'll need to throw everything at them. All clear? Good luck, and watch your backs. Dismissed.
All right.
Someone there?
Here we go.
Fight with conviction.
That wasn't very sneaky. This is the quiet method. What the hell is the brute force method? Whoops. The hell out of here. I wish the scout guy would just get the hell off because he's just getting in the way. Yeah, I'll take them all out. But you got these guys getting in the way, and then you accidentally shoot them.
Check the breast pockets. It's where I keep my valuables.
Be more
Look where you're
careful.
going.
There's a war on.
Into the plant.
Your life is in my hands, tyrant.
You're dead.
Arthur shall hear of this.
Okay, they took them out quick. I kind of want to try my bow too.
Reveal yourself. That's a beast Camelot's finest. Ah, my arm.
Ooh, that was nice. And I can get the arrow back.
Let the battle.
Gambison. Okay. Look at that. Ooh, it just takes them right down. One hit. One hit and they just burn up.
For fuck's sake, cover me.
Camelot prevails.
A BIMT fair. It's like that. My cute Thulu senses are tingling. There might not be one here, but worth looking.
Ah, I'd never get this confused back in Westminster. Whoever's hiding from us, stay there. Understood. Of course.
Entry 1, hangover from hell. Now, I've had some shit hangovers in my time, but until the other night, I've never had one start early. Like early. 3 drinks in type early. Yeah, and it gets worse. Ever been kicked in the head? Sure. Happens from time to time. It is what it is. Yeah, you know, it happens time to time. But have you ever been kicked in the head by a flying frickin' boot? Severed foot still in it? Probably not, no. Well, I was. And it still bloody hurts. I'm sat here with a face swollen so bad Scroat wants to use it as a football. Wazook. So to that night, we were having a merry old time, sitting at the outpost like foxes prowling out a garden gate while the chickens clucked about. And every now and then, like foxes do, you grab yourself a chicken with Camelot, that's a wandering patrol, a supply wagon, whatever's ripe. So it's Bullock's birthday, right? I'm 3 drinks in, I've got a buzz on, I'm having a good time, I'm laid out, the world's starting to swirl around me, there's the crackle of the fire, wind in the lawn grass, Scroat is talking about some fruit, and veggie shop, he's shot up with a crossbow, life is good. Then I hear something. Clanking, jangling, lots of it. Now, I were half snoozing, caught in a dream with my Nan fussing over her best china set that my uncle lifted off some posh twat, go figure. So the clanking made sense. Then Scroat started shouting. A whole bunch of those walking China sets, those Camelot ponces, bum rushed us. I sat bolt upright, turned my head, bang. My head's numb. Everyone around me is either dying or running. I'm holding a boot. 7 foot still in it. The name printed on the leather is the same color as the trousers of all us caught off guard. Brown. Now I ain't no coward. I'm a survivor. So I leg it too. It ain't just me. A bunch of us are Scroats running to the plant so fast he's leaving skid marks. Jury's out on where those skid marks are, like... Now we're here, licking our wounds, figuring shit out. Who wore this boot that hit me in the friggin' head? Nobody going by Brown on our side. But it's not like we're above wearing stolen gear either. Well, shit. These Camelot chickens grew a backbone. I almost admire it. Question is, how do we get them back? Harahan? Entry 2. Scroat says we should hit them back. I'm not so sure. Now I can see straight, and my face isn't swollen like I've been stunned by a giant fuck-off bee. I see this building has more merits than drawbacks. I've been routed from the outpost. We've gone from a defensible position to a proper defensible position. We've lost some folk. Bullock's birthday was also his death day. What's that fancy word the gentry would use? Irony. And yeah, we're coming off a loss, but we can take advantage of that. Camelot will think us weak. They'll bum rush us again, expecting to scatter us again. We could play into that, take advantage of them. This processing plant, I've had a look around, get familiar with the place. It's perfect. Vents, corridors, spread over multiple floors, dark corners, dingy bathrooms, heavy machinery. We could funnel them through the corridors the moment they start bumbling in. And don't get me started on the main room. We've got lots of options there, but I'm settling on 3. Stairs, spotlights, filing cabinet. The stairs down into the main room are steep as hell, so those Camelot clowns are going to have to find their way down them. They'll have to do it with bullets flying at them and spotlights beaming at them. They'll fall flat on their faces. I've turned a filing cabinet into a sort of ramp. Why? Because fuck it, that's why. I was kicked in the head by some flying boot belonging to someone named Brown, and I'm gonna return the favor. So when those Camelot cunts come stumbling in, I'm gonna run up that ramp and deliver a flying kick of my own. Come on, you shiny pricks. Let's be having you. Harahan. That was one hell of a story.
You have eyes. Use them.
Are you fucking
Get the hell out of the way. Man, these guys suck. They just got me killed. I was just thinking in my head I should have saved it too. That's what happens if I don't save it. I can't believe that those guys all blocked me from getting out. Okay, at least we'll take our arrows back. See what I mean? Like, they should just get out of the way. Just get out of the way, guys, because you guys don't know what you're doing. Alright. Take all this stuff. I'm doing a save right here. Nice hard save. Stay back so the idiots don't block you in.
I sense a disturbance.
End of the
crazy!
Fuck this.
These arrows are actually really nice. Looks like they all went outside. Purified Thames water.
Look at this. The epitome of quality. Wonders to behold.
Harvest's Terminal. Oh, there's a lot here. I'm not gonna read through all of that right now. Angel troopers utilize the most effective, technologically advanced weapons available, making them some of the most elite fighters in London.
That should be the last of them. Stand down!
Good job, everyone. Our report to Merlin.
Thank you for all your help, Knight. We can take it from here. Squad dismissed!
Great. Well, we managed to save most of them, I think. Most as in 4 of them. Alright, let's fast travel back to Camelot. We'll talk to Merlin. Angel clones are superior to humans in most regards, but they lack creativity. Most directorial positions, therefore, are undertaken by humans. Maybe someday I'll have to replay this and play as the Gentry and the 5th column. We'll see those endings at least. So far, I'm a big fan of the bow. I didn't think I was gonna be, but it's surprisingly effective. If you hit them one time with a fire arrow, it's basically an instant kill because it just lights them up. And they seem to just burn until they die. I'm gonna have to stop playing freaking elevator music during these black screens. Playing some sort of music.
I would like to leave now.
Of course you would out there. Just gotta find this guy. Sure bores.
Oi, watch it!
Be more careful. You have eyes. Use them. Ever vigilant.
Oh, they got prisoners down here?
What's your business? Greetings.
Well, I let her out.
There's a place for me.
Knight, do you have any news for me?
I've managed to piece together what happened during the attack.
Excellent. What happened?
A glorious victory.
In that case, all more the tragedy to lose such a talented tactician in Sergeant Brown.
The remaining hooligans have been cleared out of their factory.
Fantastic news. With that outpost secured, I feel a lot more secure. I'm glad we've managed to bolster our northern frontier.
This is that buffer zone you suggested.
That it is.
Good work. With this outpost secured, we can finally move on to the front foot. Knights, listen closely.
Patience is key.
Arthur, Merlin.
Breathe, Percival.
Speak plainly, or at least with a verb.
Eastminster reports there's been an explosion at Charing Cross Station.
This could be a blessing. We can put their weariness to rest by helping out.
With Percival's anxiousness, there's more to the story, I'd wager.
Merlin is right. Eastminster's already fingered a culprit. Us.
Us? I didn't authorize a strike on Charing Cross.
They're saying they've already pinned down the two knights responsible.
I hate to ask more of you so soon, but I don't have anyone else I can spare. Will you look into it?
Consider it done.
Good to hear. Head out immediately.
Okay. Well, right now I am currently all out of time. I'm happy that we were able to do that quest and clear the hooligans out of the factory. We'll have to pick this up when we come back. We'll pick it up right here. And if you guys enjoyed the stream, please hit that like button. And thank you so much for watching.